Hello. Hello. Oh boy. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to another live stream. It is October 14th, 2025. And we are here. It's good to be here. We're wearing red. We're wearing some intense, some bold colors today. How is everybody doing? Let me say hello to the members here, but I'll say hello to Homer Simpson fan. Gotta give him respect. First, as always, Homer Simpson fan, good to see you. But to the members, hello, Soul Maxwell, Will Hebert, ZJ13, Goat, Samantha. How's it going? Good to see you guys. And then the rest of you, hello, Brownie Man, Fiddlesticks, CK, Tomas, Harvey, Josh, Jack, Davey, Akita, Jorma. It's good to see everybody. How are we all doing? How are we doing? It's Tuesday. It's not Wednesday. We're streaming on a Tuesday. I want to apologize. I'm sorry that we're not streaming on our usual Wednesday. Maybe there's some new faces here who don't usually get to end up at the streams. Look at the text just fucking cover my entire face. Isn't that just... Oh my god. Yeah, no, I apologize. I'll be traveling tomorrow and was not gonna try to make that happen. We were not gonna do an IRL stream at the airport. I don't know if anyone's ever done that before. But we're here, and I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about today's movie. Today's movie is Battle Royale. We're gonna talk about it in a second. George, yeah, I'm seeing some new faces, honestly. I'm seeing new faces. who I don't usually get to talk to. So welcome in, welcome in. Got the red cup and the red fleece. I just made a quesadilla and the stream came just in time. This is prime quesadilla eating content. This is perfect for it. Okay, anyway, today we're going to have some fun. I want to, because we kind of dance around it every week, and now that we are pretty in the thick of what I would say early Oscar season, early award season, pre-Golden Globes, what I like to call it, I do want to go over some extremely early Oscar predictions, as I feel we're getting close. I feel like, even though I have not seen everything, I still have not seen Hamnet, or like a handful of others. I haven't seen Marty Supreme. There's not a whole lot left to come besides literally just like Wicked and Fire and Ash. That's the only things I can think of that haven't come out yet that have no reactions. But like those aside, there's a pretty good lay of the land going on here. Like people, you kind of see what's hitting, what's not. Predictions are a little bit easier to make, so I kind of want to go over and lock in shit today, just for fun, just to see where we're at. Both as a way of kind of getting ahead of the game here and calling shit pretty early, but also I think it helps. If you're trying to figure out what to prioritize down the line, this might be a way of doing so. I did see some new things this week. I did see a couple new movies. Oh, by the way, Jonathan Oppenheimer, our mod. I almost said our rock. He is our rock at the end of the day. Whatever that means. He's here. Everybody say hello to John. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about a little bit of Oscar stuff. I did see Is This Thing On this week, the latest from Bradley Cooper, which I personally, I don't know what the consensus is in the chat. I don't know how you guys were feeling about this new film, like excitement wise, but I was like way too excited for it because I don't know if you know this about me. I'm kind of a big Bradley Cooper head. I was shocked when I went on Letterboxd to look at what I gave Maestro and saw that I gave it a full 3.5. Because, like, in my mind, that's a 2.5, 3-star situation. I remember giving Maestro so much shit that year, probably just because of, like, the fun of award season. But, like, I guess I kind of liked it, and I gave it the same score I gave Is This Thing On, 3.5. But, anyway, yeah, I saw it this week, ended up really enjoying it. It's not as good as A Star Is Born, and people will be quick to say it's a departure from Bradley Cooper's usual style, which it is maybe on the surface stylistically, like it's very laid back. It's pretty much all handheld. The camera's right in his face. Bradley Cooper's camera operating, and so it's really just Bradley Cooper getting up in Will Arnett's face. Fucking no one's talked about this yet, and I'm so happy that I get to be the one to break the news. And I'm sorry if this is going to be like, well, actually, maybe I'm not going to say this. I take it back. I'll wait until it gets a bigger release. But there's a certain cameo that is not the one that you might think it is. It's not someone who's like in the cast list. Like, don't go run into Letterboxd to try and figure it out, because that's not who I'm talking about. It's someone you just don't expect at all. Someone who's not an actor but is involved in the film. I've said too much. I don't think it's actually a cool enough cameo that you guys are even going to be mad about it. It's Matthew Libatique, the cinematographer. Famous cinematographer Matthew Libatique is doing stand-up in this movie. So that's reason enough to go see it. And that's why I was like, I don't think anyone's going to really care. But, like, if you know, it's pretty funny. It's pretty fucking funny that Matthew Libatique is in the movie. Anyway, yeah, it's a great film. It's really, it truly is. Like, people were kind of not making fun of it, but they were like, this is just going to be live action BoJack Horseman. And dog, it kind of is. It is the closest thing to a live action BoJack Horseman that we got. Except I would say Will Arnett's character in this film is a much healthier, well-rounded guy than BoJack. It's like the least toxic divorce movie I think I've ever seen in my life. And there's something really charming about it. Held it back was there is a certain like out of touch A-list celebrity quality to it that I'm sure it's aware of, but it like really kind of doesn't give a fuck about that most of the time. And there's like a couple scenes where I'm just like, okay, well, this is just ridiculous. You're going for this like hyper realistic thing, and then this is just completely not what 99% of people experience. It was just I think that, and that's like a typical kind of Bradley Cooper. Like he gets a little too lost in his own bubble sometimes. But when it works, it works. I mean, to be fair, it's not like he's ever tried to stray away from that. Like, all of his movies have been about very, like, kind of famous, successful people. This being the only one that kind of tries to do something about normal people, and you can tell it's just he's a little lost at where to go with that. But I really think it's a good movie. I wouldn't say it's like one of the best things I saw this year, but I certainly enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than Maestro. And yeah, it's great. It does have the vibe of, and I don't know if anyone was picking up on this based on the trailers, but it really, when you're watching it, has the vibe of like a Sundance indie, like some shit that you would see in the thick of Sundance and then drop on like Hulu 6 months later to nothing. Like that's the vibe it is. Which is, those movies aren't bad most of the time. They're pretty good, but it is interesting that he went that direction post Maestro, which is like, on the opposite side of the spectrum, in my opinion. Anyway, it's a good movie. It's really, and I have danced around it. Will Arnett is fantastic in it. It makes you realize, like, Will Arnett maybe doesn't have, like, I'm not going to sit out here and say he has, like, the range, because it really is shockingly similar to BoJack Horseman, but he does this character incredibly well. And there's a lot going on with his face that I really liked. He's a very unique face, especially when you get super close to it. Could you see him getting nommed? I don't think so. It's an obvious. It might. I've said this about many, but it feels like he'll prance on into the Golden Globes for Best Comedy. I would assume they pitch this under Best Comedy, even though it is like a drama. It's it's funny enough. Bradley Cooper is hilarious in it. I will say Bradley Cooper's character in the movie is so funny, and like it kind of like, I don't know. It's funny because after Maestro, everyone was like, he needs to take it down a peg. Like he needs to get over himself. But then like you watch him in this and you're like, okay, yeah, he should star in all of his own movies, shouldn't he? Like he's so fun to watch when he has just complete control. Where did you see it? A festival? I saw it at a press screening in LA. And I think, does anyone know that I don't know if I should, does anyone know that podcast, The Town? Is his name Matt Bellany? I'm not going to say baloney. It's not that. But I think he was there. And I was like, I think that's that guy who was in the studio. And then I realized after the fact that was him. Which was funny. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. How's Laura Dern? She's great. And that's like another case of like, similar to like Will Arnett kind of. I was like, where's she been? Like, I feel like I haven't seen a Laura Dern film in a while. And she's great as always. I wish there was like, there's not a whole lot of her. It's not like an equally balanced film. It's certainly like Will Arnett's movie. But I mean, she's great in it. Yeah. Also, it has the one guy from Smartless, their podcast together. But Jason Bateman is not in it. They got the other guy though. If you had to do karaoke, which song are you nailing? I did karaoke once reluctantly, and it was I did it to I'm on a Boat, the Lonely Island song, and I fucking crushed it because It's basically just screaming, but I do know like basically all the lyrics. And it's a really fun one to just scream in a room full of people. That's like probably it. I can't like I really, I get down with a lot of things. I love bowling, I like playing pool. I like darts. Like I like the bar activities, but I really don't get down with karaoke. I'll tolerate it if someone else is doing it, but it's really like not my favorite thing. I'd rather just drunkenly purchase like 30 Touch Tunes tokens and spend way too much money playing music in a bar no one is happy about. That's more my jam than singing to the bar. Have you watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I have not. I thought you stream on Wednesday. Not today. We're streaming on Tuesday. Hey, I saw Nino today after your recommendation. It was good. Probably would skip it otherwise, so thank you. Hey, that is why I went hard for it, because I did think it was the kind of indie that people would just kind of write off. But to me, there was something like really special and charming about it. I know it's not maybe the most extreme or like, intense movie of the year. It's pretty gentle, but like, I don't know, man. Shit like this, when it's good, it hits. And yeah, I highly recommend Nino. I'm also, I think, I gotta be honest, like 90% of why I'm so into that movie is because of Theodore Pellerin, who is fantastic and one of my favorite actors, and he really gets to shine in the film. Any brief thoughts on Brokeback Mountain now that you've seen it? Yes, I finally saw Brokeback Mountain for my banned movies video, which is coming out later this week. I finished the list of movies for that, which, by the way, when I was doing a little bit more research on Battle Royale, noticed that is technically, could be on this list because it was at one point, albeit briefly, banned in Germany. And so it was technically, that's about as banned as some of the movies, like even if it's not still banned, and if it was briefly, I'm like, it technically was a banned film, and there was a lot of controversy around it. We'll get into it when we get into it. But anyway, yes, I watched Brokeback Mountain for the banned movies video and loved it. John? Yeah, wait. So I was gonna wait till stream. John, what the fuck is wrong with you? What don't you like about Brokeback Mountain? Whatever. Get out of here. To me, it's like the most harmless movie. I guess, like, yeah, sure. Like, you gave it, what, 3 stars? But I'm kind of like, how did you not choke up at the ending, man? It's not homophobia. Let's not put that on him. But I am like, what? To be fair, I haven't seen God's Own Country, and you told me that's like superior in every way. But I was choking up at the end. I was like, this is fucking sad. It is a little, I will say the one thing the one part that kind of like took me out was when Jake Gyllenhaal drops the title and he's like, we're on Brokeback Mountain. And I was like, oh no. That's like the one part where I was like, that didn't work for me. But everything else I thought was just fantastic. I mean, even with all the expectations, like, I also like, I talk about this in the video, but it's just like, the background with this movie, because that's all they got. Exactly. No, don't get me wrong, that monologue and that whole interaction, that the big climax of the film, it's a fantastic scene, but it's just that one line that's a little, Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal literally said they were playing 2 straight guys who just had a passionate moment together. Who cares? That has nothing to do with the movie. Also, like, I don't know. That's funny to me. Like, they're just as, like, they're repressing it just as much as the characters. Maybe that's crazy. Why would they say that, first of all? But, like, that, I feel like that doesn't take away from the movie. I loved how, like, I will say, like, something I really loved about it specifically was like how aggressive those passionate scenes were. Like they're you can't really like tell if it's like angry or just straight like passionate. Which I thought was like a really kind of interesting choice and a nice touch, because it just kind of introduced a sort of macho quality to even like those more tender moments. We're not gonna have a whole Brokeback Mountain episode here today, but I am like, it was just like I really loved it, man. I thought it looked amazing. I thought it was really sad and moving, and Heath Ledger was incredible. I wouldn't call it one of my favorite Jake Gyllenhaal performances. I think Jake Gyllenhaal has been much better. Michelle Williams is fantastic. Anne Hathaway. Fucking Anna Faris shows up. I had no idea she was in this movie. She's so good. Also, Max ain't gone yet. Thank you for the super chat. You should watch Love Exposure, even though it's 4 hours. That's been on the list for a while. I do want to get around to Love Exposure eventually. When did Steven Spielberg show up? Hello, I'm Steven Spielberg. Hey, Steven Spielberg. How's it going? Good to see you. Thoughts on Jaws? I love the idea of Steven Spielberg like coming in here and being like, so what'd you think of Jaws? No, be honest. What'd you think of Jaws? I love Jaws, man. I think it's one of the best movies ever made. It's one of the most perfect movies ever made. Yeah, Crash beat Brokeback Mountain for Best Picture, which is just insane. I mean, I forget what was even up the... I mean, I knew this beforehand. That's why I was like, I feel comfortable trashing Crash in that video, having not seen Brokeback, because I was like, well, listen, I haven't even seen Brokeback Mountain, but there's no way it's worse than this. And yeah, it was great. Tomas, dropping the Swedish hey. I've been doing my Duolingo like crazy recently. I've been really trying to get on top of my Swedish, and it's going okay. My pronunciation's there, but like I'm getting into territory where they're introducing a lot of big words. And when the Swedish words get long and it's a lot of like just G and T and K and J, I'm like, what are we even saying anymore? When we talk about Battle Royale, we're going to talk about Battle Royale at around, I'll say like 2:30 p.m. my time. Right now it's 1:24 p.m. 2:30 Pacific. If Sean Penn gets the Oscar, I'll forgive Mystic River for being insanely overrated. I have not seen Mystic River. I cannot speak on that. I am really pushing for him to win, though. I think he's my personal pick. Like, it's kind of... Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is he in the same category as Stellan, officially? I also, this morning, was reminded that, like, Delroy Lindo should be making his way in there, which I would be fully behind, as he like kind of steals the show in Sinners. I think so. They're both supporting. Did you watch Sentimental Value? One of my favorites from this year. It's also one of my favorites. It's coincidentally we're talking about it. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I think Sean Penn truly, that's kind of an undeniable one. I mean, he's really good in that movie. Enterprise, thank you for the super chat. What do you think will be the villain film of the Oscars this year? Man. I mean, we haven't seen Wicked yet. That was kind of my... It wasn't bad, but it was kind of my personal villain last year, because it took away like all of Challengers' tech awards, or tech nominations. Everything, basically. I don't even know. I don't know if I've heard of Sung Song Blue, although I feel like someone brought it up last stream. I'm totally blanking. Superman ain't making it, man. It's gonna be like a maybe cinematography, maybe VFX kind of situation for that one. We don't gotta worry about. I'm kidding. It might be nominated, to be honest, but I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy got nominated, which is not. That's different, but like, Why would Hamnet be a villain? Yeah, why would Hamnet be a villain? I haven't seen it yet, but I heard that's like a good one. Johnny totally deserves best score, but I wouldn't mind Pemberton getting his due through Eddington. I mean, yes, I hope Eddington is there for score. I hope Eddington is there for, I don't know. I'm like trying to think. I can't say this off the bat, but I'm like, if I picked him, would I nominate Joaquin? Because I kind of love Joaquin in that movie. I really do. I don't know. It's just such a big year that, like, I don't know if there is room for Eddington ultimately. I don't know if it'll make it into score. Tron Ayers for VFX and score, absolutely, yeah. That's probably that's I didn't even think about that. That's a gimme. I feel like. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably not getting any nominations. When are we replacing the white IKEA filing cabinet back there? Damn, man, clocked me hard. I guess I do. Well, I like it. I kind of like it, man. I don't know what the problem is. I think it's okay. I got shit in here. Got a disassembled yo-yo. You don't think there's anything in there? I got things in there. There's actually another disassembled yo-yo. I have 2 yo-yos. That's enough of that. Your outfit is Tron-esque. Yeah, I've had this for a while. I never wear it. But today felt like the day. I have the same one in black, actually. There we go. It's a pretty solid... Dude, it's good. It's heavy as fuck. And I'm a strong guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm strong. But that thing is heavy. Trent and Atticus snubbed last year, one of the biggest moments recently. Yeah, I mean, listen, I haven't even listened to the Tron Ayers soundtrack yet. I need to. But it is like funny how they'll probably get nominated this year. But just like we're completely ignored. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. Do you think Marty Supreme will get anything? Oh, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there. He might get actor. I can't speak on anything else, but he might get actor. I don't know if it has it to win Best Picture, to be honest. People were getting all hyped about it, but I was also like, here's the thing about Marty Supreme. I'm sure it is fantastic. I know I'm probably gonna love it. I don't think like the reaction out of the New York Film Festival, like secret screening, which is like, you know, the buzz there is undeniable. Like, I don't know if that's telling of how most Oscar voters and most audience members will feel about it, which is to say, I can't tell if it's actually going to do that well awards wise. Not that matters. Like, obviously it seems like the kind of thing that I'm going to personally love, and that's enough for me. But it is like, how could we really know, you know? People hated Uncut Gems, dog. There were people that just hated that movie. Many of them loved ones in my life. PTA or Coogler for director, or neither? I mean, listen, let's get into let's do the predictions. Let's do the predictions. Let's stop talking about it. Let's get down to business. Give me 1 second. I'll be using Gold Derby, which is my go-to every year. It's not like it's a bit of a messy site, but it gets the job done ultimately. Am I even what giallo have you seen? I mean, I've seen the hits. I've seen the big Argento, and I've seen, what's the one about the snake, the woman and the snake or something? I've seen that one. But I'll be honest, I'm really I'm not like deep into Italian giallos. They've updated the UI. Yeah, it is. I just noticed that actually, as you said that, it looks a bit better. Oscar nominations, make your picks. Okay, let me transition. Also, did you guys notice I changed the chat? I found a custom CSS situation to help make the chat look a bit better. I hope it does. Okay, let's do this now. I don't know how this is going to go. Okay. Testing. So we're here at Gold Derby. Gold Derby. So for Best Picture, obviously I'm putting in one battle after another. I'm obviously putting in Hamnet, Sinners, Sentimental Value. Now this is crazy. Do they really? This is where I'm actually completely in disagreement with what's on here. Marty Supreme, yeah, I'll throw it in. Wicked for Good, I have. Why? What's the star mean? What does the star mean? Can anyone explain that to me? Dougal's gonna win everything? You're right. Why am I even doing this? I really should be using Award Expert. I've heard it's good. I have it on my phone, but I'm not gonna like try and figure out. I'll probably use it deeper into the season when things get more serious. The most voted? I guess it is a gimme because the first one did so well. I am not convinced it was. I love It Was Just an Accident. It's one of the best movies of this year. I'm not convinced. Begonia, I'm sure will. I think so. Avatar, I'm not convinced either. And House of Dynamite, I'm not convinced either. Springsteen, I'm not convinced. Frankenstein, I'm putting it all in. I'm going all in on Frankenstein, man. When I saw it, I was like, this is such an easy Oscar movie. Even though it won't be like a lot of people's thing, like some people will certainly be disappointed by it. I don't know why I feel it in the air for Frankenstein. That's my one crazy thing. And I guess like when I look out at the rest, I guess I can kind of see where people are coming from with these others. Like you could say Frankenstein is like the tech one and it won't go all the way. But let's look at what we have here. One battle after another: Hamnet, Sinners, Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme, Wicked for Good, Begonia, Frankenstein. I don't see It Was Just an Accident getting in. I'm gonna throw in the Springsteen movie. House of Dynamite has. I meant to bring this up earlier. Like House of Dynamite has gotten like really mixed reviews this week, so I don't know how to feel about it. That one is a complete toss up in my opinion. Avatar Fire and Ash is 100% getting a Best Picture nom. Dude, I know. I'm always, you know me, like I'm an Avatar doubter. You're not crazy for putting No Other Choice in. That was like what everyone was saying for a while, was that like it's a shoo-in. And then for some reason, I don't know when this happened and why this happened, but like everyone turned on that choice and was like, there's no shot. You're ridiculous if you think No Other Choice is getting nominated. I'm like, the same people were saying otherwise like 2 weeks ago. Max, thank you for the super chat. War of the Worlds, clean sweep, baby, every category. I can see it happening. Begonia is too weird to get Best Picture nom. That's what I'm like. That I haven't seen it. I mean, is it weird? Is it stranger than Poor Things? You could say Poor Things is a weird movie for everybody. Like everyone can get down with it. But like, is Begonia as weird? We'll get to the animated in a second. Weapons is not a shoo-in. That is not a shoo-in. I guess we have one more. F1? There's no way. Not Life of Chuck. Yeah. I'll put in Avatar. I'll play it safe. This feels right. This feels right to me. Let's move on. Best Director, PTA probably gonna win. Chloe Zhao, Joachim. Is it Joachim? Joachim Trier, Ryan Coogler, and dude, they're really like, what is It Was Just an Accident really that guy? What is it? Does anyone know the case for It Was Just an Accident outside of winning the Palm? Because The Palm isn't like the biggest teller. Testament of Anne Lee. Where even is that? It's not even like up there. She's a 0.62%. I'm kind of with you there. I would probably like, I predict that over Jafar Panahi. Yeah, Panahi is beloved, but like at that scale, man, like really? I guess I'm just like, having seen the movie, it is like it's very slow. It is a very arty movie, and not in the way that like, I guess our people, like people might try to make the Zone of Interest comparison, but it's like, it's different than that. Like it's so much more, I don't know. It's pretty subtle, I would say. I don't know. Of course, respectfully, the necromantic 3.5 star is crazy. Yeah, I was looking at it last night and was like, really? Like, is it really 3.5? I need you to understand that like context matters. And that movie, if I had seen that on its own on a regular Tuesday, like, yeah, I probably would not even crack 2. But the fact that it came after having watched so many banned films, so many disturbing films that did it wrong, that were just plain boring and edgy for no reason, like that one, just, there was something really interesting about it. There was something really genuine about it. And I think I make a pretty, I did write up about it for the video, and I think I make a pretty good case for it. But yeah, man, after a Serbian film, Necromantic kind of hits. It's kind of like a nice, well, I'm not gonna say like a, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't talked about a Serbian film on here for a reason, because I really, truly thought that was one of the worst things I've ever seen. It was a horrendous film. Okay, what am I doing? Because like, if I can't put him in here because it would go, if he gets in here, then he's in Best Picture. I'm gonna say Josh Safdie. I'm gonna say Josh Safdie. That feels crazy. Best Actress, Jessie Buckley, that's a given. Renata Rensby, that's a given. Cynthia Erivo this high? Listen, I don't know anything about the second part of Wicked. Is she like a bigger part in that one? Yes, I have watched Solo. It's good. It was a good movie. Erivo is happening. Glinda is the more prominent character in Act 2. You know what? I can see it. She's literally the main character. Well, dog, I haven't seen the musical. I didn't know where it went. I know she goes bad. Feels kind of crazy. Boy, it feels kind of crazy to only pick one of the Safdie brothers. I mean, yes, it does feel crazy to do that, like to click on that. But if you think Benny has any chance, you're out of your mind. Cynthia, I'll throw her in. Emma Stone, the hype is there, and obviously Amanda Seyfried. I don't know how are you 37% on Amanda Seyfried? I mean, listen, again, I've seen the movie, so I guess that gives me a leg up. But like, that's crazy, man. You know, deep down, I also want to put Jennifer Lawrence in there. There's also like there's a narrative for Sydney Sweeney. There's a path. Roseburn, I haven't seen the movie. The film looks, I'm really excited for it, honestly. I'm going to see it this week. But like, the film looks a little too odd for her to go all the way. I can't tell, but like, Amanda Seyfried, I think is a walk in the park. Like, there's no chance she doesn't get nominated, in my opinion. Julia Roberts with The Star? Who are these people voting on this, man? June Squibb. Okay, moving on. Best Actor, Leo, Timmy. I mean, it's Timmy over Leo, frankly. Jeremy Allen White, that's a given. Michael B. Jordan, that's a given. That's who we're doing at number 5? Wagner Moura. Oh, well, here comes the decision. Here comes decision time. I don't think Jason Finney's gonna get it. That's not like I feel like to get that first role nom, it's got to be like a lot, and she's really good, but I don't know if it's enough. It's good. It's enough for me, but I'm saying for the Oscars, I'm throwing him in, dude. I don't care. I don't know. I mean, genuinely, I know what I said last stream, but like, it really is a toss up. To be fair, to be completely honest with you, like, yes, I know people are saying Ethan Hawke's amazing, but it's really, the buzz is less than the buzz for The Rock. I know people say Jesse Plemons is amazing. Jesse Plemons is the biggest threat right now. I mean, I haven't seen The Secret Agent, so he could be amazing, but like, I also haven't really, I've heard the movies, like, people have been really loving the movie, and I'm seeing it next week, but like, I actually have not heard anyone specifically talk about his performance, so that's why I'm kind of surprised to see him here. The top four aren't going anywhere, but that fifth slot, man, this is Daniel Craig and Queer all over again. Buzz for The Rock is pretty dead now. Daniel Day-Lewis, no, that's not happening. I haven't seen Anemone yet. I need to, I've been told to like, make sure to go in with like a full cup of coffee, because it's anyway. Supporting actress. Teyana Taylor leading the way. I can get behind that. Elle Fanning. Really? Are we going to go Ariana Grande again? Is she a prominent part of the second one? I think maybe I'm just on the wrong side of the internet, because I believe you that there's probably more buzz for Wagner than I'm giving it. Yes? She's probably going to win? What the fuck is going on with Wicked, dude? I have no idea. She's literally the second lead? Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want to hear it. I'll put her in. Inga Ibsdottir. I mean, she is really good in it. I'm going to slow down on that, though. I think that there's this, like, huge push for Amy Madigan in Weapons. Emily Blunt's not going to get it. Woonmi's not going to get it. Regina Hall's not going to get it. I heard Odessa Azion, is that how you pronounce it? She's, like, the standout in Marty Supreme. Laura Dern's not going to get it. Weapons, like, mostly doesn't stand a chance, but, like, sometimes they kind of surprise you with these, like, with these supporting actor pushes, you know? The acting categories kind of tend to go for it in my... Well, that's not true at all. Not with acting. I did not see Spider-Woman. I'm going to put in Odessa. I see that happening. I'm not going to put in both sentimental value actresses, though I feel like I should. I'm going to. And replace Gwyneth Paltrow with Odessa. Okay, that feels good. This will be Glenn Close's year, Karsten. Also having seen that, I agree she is without a doubt the standout. Next to Josh O'Connor. But I don't know if it's enough. Best supporting actor, Sean Penn, Stellan. Paul Mescal, probably. They're saying Adam Sandler. Jeremy Strong, probably. I might throw... I mean, this is maybe me just, like, manifesting this, but I might put Delroy Lindo in instead of Adam Sandler. Who else do we have? All right, real talk. Is Jonathan Bailey a huge part of the second Wicked? What's his deal? Is he a big deal in the second part? I don't think Benicio gets in that easy. Loki, yeah. He's literally the male lead. I'm putting in Delroy Lindo because I think that's the right thing to do, and I really hope it happens. And I think when enough people get behind it, okay. Best adapted screenplay: One Battle After Another, easy. Hamnet, easy. Begonia, they're saying. I mean, yeah, I feel like Yorgos movies always kill in the screenplay. Wake Up Dead Man, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, man, this is interesting. Oh, what the hell? It's kind of a toss-up here. I want to say No Other Choice, but I don't know if they would go for that. Springsteen, I have no idea. Frankenstein, they might. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, man, like, where the Knives Out movies, was the original nominated for best screenplay, or was it just a Golden Globe thing? Has any of these movies ever gotten a nomination? Because, like, I can also, I was under the impression that Wake Up Dead Man was the last one. Apparently they're going to keep going. They were both? That's only got adapted? I have no... Okay, then yeah, it is going to get in. Never mind. I have zero recollection of that getting nominated. That's actually crazy. Yeah, I thought this was the big finale, and then I was talking to someone and they're like, no, this is just the last one in the deal, but he wants to keep making them. And I was like, what? I'm not upset. Like, I'm obviously all for it, but I was also like, damn. You would think. Yeah, then this one's absolutely getting nominated. Yeah. Okay. And then it comes down to, I guess I'll have a little faith in the Oscars and put in No Other Choice. We'll go with the top 5 here. I guess, because I don't see Springsteen and I don't really see Frankenstein. Best original, sentimental value, probably going to win it. Sinners, they're saying Marty Supreme. They're saying it was just an accident. I guess I could see it was just an accident getting into screenplay. And then Noah Baumbach's kind of a gimme. Yeah, I mean, I look out at the list and it's like, this is kind of it. I like how all these are like pictures from the movies. And then it's just Jim Jarmusch. Like, they don't have anything from the movie itself. It's just Jim. Yeah, I mean, I guess I see this. I'm really starting to second guess it was just an accident. I'm really starting to feel like that might get in. Best picture, that is. Agreed that the screenplay is probably its best chance because the screenplay is fantastic. Drummer's jump scare. He is father, mother, sister, and brother, all at the same damn time. Sorry Baby does deserve. I wish Sorry Baby kind of had a... I mean, I don't think it's as good, but I wish it kind of had the past lives moment and went all the way, but it doesn't really look like it's gonna. Oh shit, we got best casting. We got best casting for the first time. That's crazy. I completely forgot this was happening. Well, yeah, One Battle because of Chase Infinity. Like, that's going to be really cool, actually. Sinners. Dude, I have no... I mean, I'm just going to go with the fucking top 5. What's the... Wait. Why Wicked for Good in best casting? Like, they just recasted from the first. Right? Like, what am I missing here? I'm not gonna put Wicked for Good in. I'm gonna put in Wake Up Dead Man because that's like the movie. Those movies come down to who's the cast, right? Like that's come on, okay. I mean, dude, we've never done that before. We're just that is uncharted territory. I can't like we're just spitballing here. I don't know what that looks like. This is the first one. Best cinematography. One Battle, obviously. Hamnet, I'll take your word for it, but I believe it. Sinners, yes. I'm putting in F1. Let's get that out of the way. I think Testament of Anne Lee should be there. I would love to see Bugonia there, even though I haven't seen it yet. I would like to see Ballad of a Small Player there. I think it's a really good looking movie. I kind of thought Anemone might get into cinematography. Like, cinematography kind of tends to surprise me, and they go with interesting choices. F1, because of the technology that went into shooting the film to begin with. I mean, it was a really kind of technologically advanced film to shoot, and they like invented a whole new camera system to do it. It's like kind of, and that was a whole big story around it when it like first came out. So I kind of feel like F1 is I always thought it was a shoo-in. It's a Joseph Kosinski situation. Didn't Top Gun get nominated? It was definitely nominated, right? It had to be nominated. Yeah, F1 was pretty solid, wasn't it? Phoenician Scheme won't. It would be really dirty and a little funny if Phoenician Scheme did get nominated, though, and it's like the first one that Bob Yeoman didn't shoot, and then he gets he finally gets West the cinematography nomination. That would be insane, man. The Grand Budapest didn't win that year, did it? Has Bob Yeoman ever won for a West film? Yeah, man, I'm really kind of all in on... Top Gun had Best Picture too, though. I don't think that matters ultimately. I'm locking in F1. That seems like a no-brainer to me in the cinematography category. Frankenstein, I'm not actually super convinced. Yes, I am. I am actually. I would love to see Marty there, but I don't think it is going to be there. I don't really see it. Best costume design, Frankenstein, Wicked, Hamnet. I'm for Sinners for sure, man. I don't know. I don't know anything about Kiss of the Spider Woman. I mean, Marty Supreme is kind of a period piece. So yeah, I'll put in Marty Supreme. Film editing, One Battle, Sinners, Hamnet. I can see Marty Supreme. Oh, man. Okay, but listen, we're going to go, unless the Oscars changed, I did a whole thing about this. The editing category, it always comes down to like Best Picture players with the occasional room for the fun one. But like, you don't see Marty Supreme in costume. I don't either, really, but like, these are early predictions. We're going to roll with it. F1, it's got sound for sure in the nom, but like, I don't know. I can't speak on editing for the reasons I just... Oh, man, fuck. Throw it in. I might put sentimental value. in there. I know you're probably like, that's insane. But like, if we're talking the Best Picture players, It's the kind of shit they would do. And I don't have anything against the sentimental value editing. It's not that showy. If Wicked gets it, I'm going to fucking... I haven't seen Wicked, so I really can't speak on it. Best makeup and hairstyling. Frankenstein, obviously, and should probably win. Wicked, obviously. That's the Smashing Machine. If nothing else, it will get makeup and hairstyling. You're so right. Yes. Sinners, obviously. And then it's up to... Begonia? I don't know. Is it crazy in Begonia? Has anyone here seen Begonia? How's the makeup? Because, yeah, I could see 28 years. I could also see Weapons. Should I lock in 28 years? I might lock in 28 years. Weapons is that's what I'm saying, man. It is kind of like, don't count it out. Don't count it out. A24 just posted a video today of The Rock getting 3 hours of makeup done every filming day. He's getting nominated. Thank you for sealing the deal. I'll say 28 years over Begonia and Weapons for now. Best production design. Yeah, Frankenstein, yes. Wicked, yes. So, listen. So, you see how, like, Frankenstein is at the top of, like, every tech award? How can it not to say, like, this is the path for a win, but also, like, how can it not get a Best Picture nom? I can't think of any film that, like, typically, like, sweeps in tech, at least in nominations, and then doesn't get at least a low nomination in Best Picture. Like, Dune was nominated, Dunkirk, fucking Wicked, obviously, Avatar. Like, these movies, Mad Max, Fury Road, it's going to get nominated. It's going to get nominated for Best Picture for sure, man. Best production design, Sinners, yes. Hamnet, I'll take your word for it. Avatar and production design, I guess. But I'm going to manifest... No, the Phoenician Scheme's not going to get in. What am I doing? Be realistic. Wes Anderson has to be up there for production, right? We've been down this road many times. Soham. We ask this... We don't ask this. We say this every year when it comes time to do predictions. We're like, well, surely that Wes Anderson movie that came out earlier this year was the best production design of the year. Surely that'll be a shoo-in. And yet, I don't know what it will take, but it's just not enough every year. One Battle, yes. Sinners, yes. Hamnet, I'll take your word for it. Frankenstein, I'll be honest. The Frankenstein score, it was good, but for what I expect from Desplat, it was like a little underwhelming. I might put Tron in there. And really is the Marty Supreme score. That would be sick. I don't really see a path for it, but that'd be I don't want to pick the cool stuff strictly because I don't think that's what ends up happening most of the time. I mean, Frankenstein, because of this blah, they'll probably put him in there. That makes sense to me. Best sound, there's F1. There's Sinners. There's Avatar. There's Wicked. And I can see One Battle losing out to Springsteen here. I'm going to put... Oh, dude, I have nothing for House of Dynamite so far. I'm envisioning a House of Dynamite shutout, which I don't think is realistically going to happen. I think it's going to be there. Warfare, dude. Where is it? I had to pass it. Surely I passed it. What? 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 This broken ass website. What the fuck? What do you mean Warfare's not here? Well, that's just ridiculous. Like maybe they know something that I don't. Maybe it's just completely off the grid, but like that seems like that is like a crazy shoo-in for sound. That is incredibly weird. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna it's probably yeah. I don't see. I can see House of Dynamite getting this, but I'll stick with Springsteen for now. Why wouldn't it qualify? Exactly. I don't know. I don't know why it's not there. That's really odd. Because like when I saw it, I was kind of like, well, that'll be like that's like some of the coolest sound design I've seen all year, or in like many years. I thought the sound in Warfare was incredible, and made the movie. Best visual effects: Avatar, surely. Wicked, yes. Superman. F1. What were the VFX? The VFX in F1 are pretty impressive. Superman's probably going to get it, yeah. And then it would be weird to nominate, Dead Reckoning and not Final Reckoning. But no one really liked Final Reckoning. Oh, How to Train Your Dragon. I'm gonna go crazy and say How to Train Your Dragon. This is an image I can see in my head very clearly, is How to Train Your Dragon getting it. I haven't seen Fantastic Four. I can't speak on it. I mean, is it good? Are the VFX noticeable for Marvel? Like, are they a step above what people are used to? Because Marvel sometimes misses out, honestly. Oh, Tron for sure. I agree. Tron over F1. Yes, because it's Tron. This feels right. I think Superman, there's more going on in the VFX there than I would imagine F4. Now we're putting personal taste aside. Do I think that they're good VFX? I save and next. Best animated feature: Zootopia's well ahead of the pack. I mean, I guess, yeah. K-pop Demon Hunters, obviously. They're saying Arco. Really? I liked Arco. That'd be incredible. That feels like a real stretch though in my head. But I guess I'm looking at the rest here. I'm seeing Dogman. Sneaks? What's the word on Sneaks? The hell is Arco? You'll get familiar. I'm going to put in Elio. Scarlet. Is Scarlet, I think that one was at TIFF and I heard bad things. People keep saying this one's good too, but like, I don't know if I believe in a sequel going that far, but maybe. Arco's good, but yes, it isn't like the most impressive animation. I don't know if the Oscars typically go crazy for 2D like that. The only thing I can relate it to is that one from a few years ago about the severed hand that goes like on a little adventure. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That one was good. I loved that movie, to be honest. I thought it was great, but okay, I'll throw it in. This shit looks good. I heard this is very cute, so I'm excited for that. Demon Slayer, I don't see it. I Lost My Body, yeah. That's like the closest thing to Arco that I can think of. I guess I'll put in Scarlet for the time being, but I really don't feel good about this. Okay, that was it, I guess. Well, those were the noms. Interesting. We'll see, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Thank you. Why can't we guess international or documentary? I know. Well, this is not my website, man. I don't know. I should have used the Brother Bro one. Best original song? I don't know where they are. These are what we have. It might be too early. Okay. I know I said that through that we would kind of figure out what to prioritize, and I hope we like kind of answered that somehow. I know I guess I gotta see House of Dynamite. But After the Hunt thoughts. That's right. I did see After the Hunt. You know, it's not his best. In fact, it might be his worst. But I thought it was entertaining. It was very entertaining. It was wonderfully shot, beautifully framed. I mean, you know, it looks and the production design in that one, I will say, it's not the kind of thing that's going to take it to the Oscars. But I do love how much attention he puts towards, you know, the art that's on the walls and the kind of furniture they're using and the obviously like all the costume and, you know, it's like it's just obviously his movies are always going to look and sound and like feel really good and feel very like lived in. And like it gets to some, like I don't hate what it's like setting itself up as, and I think it like could lead to some really, or it tries to pitch some like really interesting ideas and like trying to ask questions about, you know, what is right and what's wrong, what you know, where we stand on certain things these days. But it just kind of like, I don't really know what it's trying to say at the end of the day is what I mean. Like I didn't really walk away with like, oh, so that's what it is. Whereas like, because the closest Luca film I can compare it to is Call Me by Your Name, because I feel like Call Me by Your Name also dabbles in like philosophical themes and like talking in philosophical ways. I mean, this one's very like on the surface straightforward, like it's about philosophy students and a philosophy professor, and so obviously they're going to talk about that shit. But like that one felt more like you actually see some of the like arguments and like what it has to say about its ideas and themes like acted out in the film. Like you actually see them put to use, whereas here they're just kind of like yapping for a while. And I honestly was like really into it for the first hour because I was like, this is really interesting, and like this is I love how mysterious and strange Julia Roberts' character was. I thought Io was really underused. Like she feels very ghostly in the film. Like she just kind of like disappears and reappears and is like the same every time. And then Andrew Garfield is fucking amazing in it. I think Andrew Garfield is doing a great job. And so there was like a lot going on with the setup. And then once the titular hunt happens and you realize there's like a full hour left of the movie, I'm kind of like, oh God, so what is this? What are we going to do here? And they kind of try to do I don't want to say, it's not as even in the same like wavelength as Tar, but they try to do a Tar style crash out on Julia Roberts, or at least it kind of feels like that. And it just didn't work, man. I was not feeling what they were doing in the second half of this movie. It just felt so confused and kind of like meandering, and I don't know. Yes, Stolberg was very fun. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's a mixed bag. Like, as I said in my Letterboxd review, like it's kind of bad and messy in a way that's like, hell yeah. Like this is like, this is fun. This is bad in a fun way at times. Like they sure look good while doing it, but yeah, I wouldn't call it the most compelling or satisfying is not the right word. I felt pretty like empty. I was still hungry for more afterwards, and not in a good way. I was kind of like, well, that didn't really do what it was setting itself up as. It was a Luca movie, though. Is Challengers top Luca? I truly think Call Me By Your Name is top Luca. I think that's his you could probably say that's his masterpiece. I think I like Challengers a bit more. But Call Me By Your Name, when you like look out at his career, and I haven't seen early Luca, so who am I to say? I'm not going to act like I've been here since the beginning. But like, I think Call Me By Your Name is like pretty undeniable. And has aged shockingly well, in some regards, not so much. But the film itself, I think, I haven't seen it in a while, but when I think back on it, I'm like, damn, those scenes, like when I think about them, they still hit pretty hard. Bones and All is also amazing, yeah. And Queer is also great, but like, I don't know if Queer, I wouldn't call Queer, I mean, for some people, yeah, but like, I wouldn't say it's top tier in my book. Yeah, this was just an interesting one, because like, I don't know, I mean, like, maybe people felt this way about Bones and All, but it's like a lot of his movies like feel very intentional, and like you can see very clearly like why he wanted to tell the story, why, like, there's a real passion behind each one. I just really loved Bones and All, but you could argue Bones and All is an example of him just kind of like doing something odd. But like Challengers is like, it's like that's his first collaboration with Justin Kuritzky's, and like felt like him experimenting with directing a bit more and like where he puts the camera, and it feels like the first of this new era of his films. Queer is one that he's been trying to make for like a very long time, clearly a very personal one for him. Call Me By Your Name, I mean, basically gave him the popularity that he has today. Suspiria, he's been wanting to make forever. It's a really ambitious remake. After the Hunt, what? What's this? I don't really know where this came from, why he really wanted to tell this. He doesn't really argue for it. Anyway, that's kind of like what I've been thinking about in regards to this film. I'm really excited for his next films. I just hope he's not, yes, Awesome Adam, I hope he's not in a quantity over quality situation here, and he's like cranking them out. Because I'm like, this was, you know, it's good. Like, it looks good. It's you know, you delivered. It's certainly a Luca movie, but this is not what that I come to his movies for. Like, I would hope to find something a lot more unique and a lot more profound through his work. Anyway, I didn't want to put it all on the writer, but the script was kind of lackluster. Him and Lanthimos are cranking these films out. And yeah, people kind of like were given Kinds of Kindness the After the Hunt treatment, but for some reason, I think Lanthimos gets away with, you know, leaning into his style and like going a little, I don't want to say style over substance, but he can get away with it a bit better, in my opinion, because it is just such a bold vision. But Luca, it's like it just gets kind of grating to watch after a while when like nothing is really happening, and I don't know. What should the next PTA film be about? Brother, I don't know why you're asking me. I don't know. Are there rumors of what he's working on next? I hope he works with Leo again. That's the most I could say. I think they're a good partnership. Hey, I think we'll talk about Battle Royale. I think we're about at that time. We'll talk about this week's movie, this week's Film Club movie. Before we get into that, though, I'll put up the poll. If you guys didn't know, every week we do a weekly film. We do a little film club here. If this is your first time, which it might be because we're streaming on Tuesday, this is what we do. This is what it's all about. These films are chosen. Well, I decided this week I've listed out 4 films that I would love to watch, and I think everyone else would I think you guys would get a kick out of them. But then members vote on which one does get picked, and then we all watch it, and then we all discuss it the following week. This week, the people voted on Battle Royale, classic film. Next week, I have 4 that I'm really into. And I'm picking them this week because last week was a disaster. Guy kept coming in here saying Malicious Intent, and I thought that was like some well-known movie. Turns out it's like I don't even know how you would find it. Battle Royale, we'll talk about the genre, but I was under the assumption it was more horror than it was, and I think it kind of skews horror. But anyway, I'm pitching Pulse, the classic Kurosawa film, not Akira Kurosawa. Pulse. I'm pitching Blade, which I've never seen. I'm pitching Let the Right One In. And what's the 4th one? And I'm pitching The Others. The Others. Pulse, Blade, Let the Right One In, The Others. If you want to vote in the poll, I suggest becoming a member. It's a great way to support the channel. And once you become a member, you can see the poll over on the community tab on the channel. And we will decide what to watch for next week by the end of the stream. Wild the Gamer, thank you for the super chat. You should do Happy Gilmore for broadcast. I'll put that down in November. That's a good November one. Okay, let's talk about Battle Royale. This is a classic. This is a big blind spot that I've been wanting to get around to for a while. It's one that has been on the radar. Admittedly, okay, 2 things. Show of hands, how many people watched the film? How many people have seen the film in chat? Battle Royale came out in 2000. And then show of hands, while you're at it, did anyone hear about this, like myself, through Nerdwriter, of all people? The Nerdwriter, one of the best video essayists to ever do it. Jackson, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Nerdwriter, huge influence on me. One of my favorite YouTubers of all time. Pretty much the reason why I started making video essays and have this channel to begin with. But he had a fantastic video essay on Battle Royale and why it's one of the greatest teen movies ever made, and the historical significance of it, why it's a big deal and deserves a lot more respect. It's a fantastic video, put me on, and I've been wanting to watch it for a while. I've been wanting to check this one out. None of this is confirmed. Many have said, Levi Turner, thank you for member for 1 month. I'm so excited for After the Hunt despite these reviews. How come it was a 2.5 out of 5 for you? I hate to say it. You're going to have to rewind the stream like 10 minutes. I just talked about it for so long and I'm not going into it again. But yeah, you can rewind. Anyway, many have said it's likely or that it's hard to say how this couldn't have influenced the Hunger Games. This is based on a book, this movie, and the book came out obviously before, what's her name? Suzanne Collins. She said, okay, let me start over. She has claimed that she had no idea this existed. She did not know about this. She said she only heard about the Battle Royale book after she submitted the Hunger Games for publication. And so she has denied that it had any influence on the Hunger Games. People have since come out and been like, the similarities are pretty crazy. Like it would be hard to believe that there was no influence at all. Some people calling the Hunger Games a ripoff. I do not know I'm not a diehard Hunger Games fan. I'm not even a diehard Battle Royale fan. I don't really care, but it's worth bringing up because some people believe that to be true. And then other people, you could say this movie's the reason we have Fortnite, more importantly. So there's that. Not Now that's insane. I believe Suzanne Collins. But I don't know. I have not read the Hunger Games books, so I really can't speak on this. Fortnite mentioned? Yes, sir. The synopsis reads, 42 ninth graders are sent to a deserted island. They are given a map, food, and various weapons. An explosive collar is fitted around their neck. If they break a rule, the collar explodes. Their mission, kill each other and be the last one standing. The last survivor is allowed to leave the island. If there is more than one survivor, the collars explode and kill them all. That's the premise. So yes, you could tell, very similar to the Hunger Games. Obviously kind of similar to Fortnite. There's an island, man, and they're fucking like, okay, I didn't even put this together. They get there by bus. There's a battle bus. Come on. It's directed by Kinji Fukasaku. It is notably, and this is a very important piece to this, it's his final film. On his filmography, it will say that he directed a single scene in the sequel, which I have not seen the sequel. It is apparently a bit controversial. It's apparently pretty intense. But this is like his final film, his final statement. I have not seen any of his other films, admittedly, but he's apparently, I'm not going to sit here and lie like I know much about him, but he is a like prominent figure in Japanese cinema. He was a pretty famous, well-known filmmaker. He made very popular movies. This is obviously, I think, his most well-known, at least in our generation and with international audiences, I want to say. It had a really unique rollout. It was not a smooth path getting here. It was very controversial when it was released. This is new. I did not know what this was, but the National Diet, which was the national legislator of Japan, called it crude and tasteless. Getting past like censors in Japan apparently was a bit of a tricky one. Like it was a very, given all the violence, especially violence towards young people and done by young people in the film, it was incredibly controversial. It was blamed for a lot of violence and rebellion in Japan by young people at the time. In light of all of this, I'm pulling this from the Wikipedia full transparency. The director gave a press statement saying to the age group of the film's characters, or to the age group of the people who like it's targeted for and who are going to go see it. He said, "You can sneak in, and I encourage you to do so." Obviously, a lot of the government didn't like that. Many conservative politicians used the film to blame popular culture for a youth crime wave. It kind of made the same splash, apparently, as like A Clockwork Orange did in the 1970s, as far as like ushering in a crime wave, which is all bullshit for the record. But it is crazy. I'm like, movies used to fucking like do this, Movies don't do this anymore. It's pretty cool. It's a really kind of fun backstory, and it really like it like I said, it was at one point banned in Germany briefly. It has since been unbanned. It was tested on audiences in the U.S., but tested poorly because of the timing with the Columbine shooting. The imagery in the film, all of these like students with guns and all this violence, obviously was very jarring and pretty uncomfortable, I would imagine, to U.S. audiences. It was pretty poor timing, but yeah, it was a whole thing. It did have its fans, though, and it has since become, obviously, it's why we're talking about it here, one of the most celebrated films to come out of Japan. It's one of the most celebrated films of its time, and especially in recent years, I feel like. I could be wrong. Like, I wasn't really paying attention before the last few years to film in the way I do now, but like, I feel like it has a really strong, dedicated fan base. I don't know if that is true. Which are you talking about? The Matrix thing? The Matrix also got an R rating because of Columbine. It was listed, that and The Matrix were both films that were kind of like affected by the shooting. But yeah, it made a splash amongst its very dedicated fans, and it is not very hard to see this. One of them was Quentin Tarantino, Big Q. Big QT loved this movie. He said in 2009 that it is the best movie that had been released since he started directing. Like, the best movie of all of those years that came out was Battle Royale. It's his like favorite movie. There's a few reasons for probably why. I mean, the way they use violence, and the way they kind of like play with genre and recontextualize things. It's very much a movie about like different generations, like a generational divide, which feels like a theme that comes up a lot in his movies. You may also notice that the film stars, one of its many actors, is Chiaki Kuriyama, who Quentin would go on to, he would cast her in Kill Bill. She's also wearing a yellow jacket in the film, which I don't know if I was reading into this too much, but I was like, maybe he pulled that from, like, he made Kill Bill the yellow jacket thing, like that was pulled from this. I don't know. But I mean, it's a very like iconic poppy image. It seems like the kind of thing that he would be drawn towards. You kind of do watch it and you see all the violence and how much fun it has with it and the kind of like youthful spirit. And it's not hard to see how much, like, obviously it's a thing that Big Q would love. Wasn't Yellow Dragon from Enter the Dragon? Okay, you're okay. I did not know that. Thank you. It's very similar in this movie, so I mean, there is that, but I was not aware. Take that back. It was from Enter the Dragon. Anyway, that's kind of the backstory here, and then Nerdwriter made a video about it, and I finally watched it. I really enjoyed this movie. I don't know what the consensus is in chat, but it's one that I will admit I wasn't crazy about off the bat. It took me a little bit to warm up to it. Maybe because these aren't my favorite kinds of movies. Like I said, I was never a Hunger Games kid. It wasn't really a concept that drew me in. I thought it was cool, but I'm never like that interested in like dystopian films that have like a teen angst to them. That's just not really my jam. I mean, I was going to bring this up later, but you saw how I felt about The Long Walk. I feel like there's a lot of similarities to this and The Long Walk, and this is a farce. I kept thinking about that, to be honest, because I was like, it has a very similar kind of, general guy in charge of them all character. Like the teacher here, I think is a much more, well, first of all, it's a much more interesting take on that character than whatever the fuck Mark Hamill's doing in The Long Walk. But, yeah, this is just like an example of like how to do that story right. Cause like, this is one that really like lives and finds a lot of life within its constraints, within the premise. Whereas The Long Walk feels so stuck in, I'll admit, like kind of there's not much you can do in that kind of story if they're just walking on a road, but, Long Walk is a Mr. Beast challenge. This is kind of a Mr. Beast challenge. Yeah, it's, I don't know. This is certainly like one that took some warming up to. And I will admit, even having finished it, I'm not going to say it's like my favorite thing we've watched on the broadcast. I would imagine it might have hit a lot more, as a teen if I watched this a bit younger, but yeah, no, it's great. I was really surprised at how much, how moved I was by it. I say that because I wasn't like particularly moved by the kids. I think like the most interesting character here is that teacher. Because I saw him very much as a stand-in for the director. A key line here, the final line of the film, and this isn't a spoiler, but the final line is, in this moment, what should an adult say to a kid? That's like the final thing before the credits drop. And it's him asking the girl that. And to me, like, I'll admit I got a lot of this from the Nerdwriter video, all credit to him, but like the film is very much a guy looking back at his life and the violence that he experienced in his lifetime, especially in Japan, and kind of reflecting on like what that looks like to the younger generation, like how the younger generation treats violence, how they cope with it, how they move forward, and how they do it completely different to him. And I mean, that's like really the whole film to me, is like seeing how having to live through it over again, like over and over again, and like seeing how people process it compared to how he had to when he was younger. And that's why it's like very interesting how like these, you know, these horrible, like the Columbine shooting plays into like the release of this, is because like that almost feels like a part of like what the film is saying, is like the world that like kids are growing into now is not any less violent than the one that like the older generation came up in. And so the film is kind of trying to, I don't know, speak to the younger generation in a way about this violence and like what it means to live at a time like this, how to process it, how to move forward, because it knows like it almost acts as like it knows where this is going and like how they're going to age through this. And this is all stuff that doesn't really like come up until the end. Like it's not something I really thought about a whole lot until the end of the film. But it's like certainly adds a sense of like weight to it that I really didn't expect from a movie like this. Like I don't typically expect these kind of dystopian films to go there, but it's really fascinating from that perspective, and it certainly made me want to watch more of his obviously like more classic films, because I mean it's a really I think this is like one of the more interesting final films I've ever seen. It's like a really I don't know anyone who fucking went out with a bang like this. Like this is I can't think of a lot of other examples where a filmmaker's last film is their most iconic and made the biggest splash. And I mean what a success, right? Edward Yang. That's a pretty good example. Damn. And that's kind of similar, honestly. It's like looking back and like now that you're at this point can kind of cover all different walks of life, you know? It's like isn't that the best, man? Like being able to make a film from all those different perspectives. That's what's crazy, is that like this is a movie by, I'm pretty sure he was like in his 70s when he made this. Like this is an old man directing, and these are like pretty authentic teenager performances. Like these are just some teens, man. There's some teen ass teens. And I'm like, that's like really, I don't know why that was like so interesting to me, that he was able to get such a great teen movie out of, you know, being like 70, you know, that's, I don't know. I thought it was really, really sweet. Because typically when filmmakers get older, they do their old man movies. But, the director did co-direct a game called Clock Tower 3. It's considered actually his last completed work. Very interesting. I did not know about that. I mean, I'm speaking strictly about films, but I like that's very interesting. Yeah, I gotta like I have to admit I was completely untapped into this guy's filmography and his work, but he's a really interesting filmmaker. And I also wanted to speak on, I mean, the tone of the film is really interesting. Pasolini, I don't know what Pasolini's last movie was. Lynch, well, no. Yes, Inland Empire is a fantastic final film, but it did not, I would not call it his most popular film. That's honestly one of probably his most inaccessible film. But I see what you're saying. Salo. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was his actual final film. Damn, I gotta rewatch Salo. It's been many years. Twin Peaks: The Return is a solid example. Yeah. The lighthouse scene, probably highlight of the movie. For sure. This is a tough one to pick like favorite scene for, as it's kind of like jumping. Well, I mean, first of all, structurally, it is a little frustrating. I didn't love the structure for this, but it did make the film fly by. because like you're jumping between so many different perspectives and it takes a while for them to land on like characters who you can really like follow and attach yourself to. Like it feels like a collection of vignettes essentially for a while, and it's moving really quickly. And so for being just under 2 hours, I'm pretty sure it's like, damn, it's it's a pretty quick movie. Eyes Wide Shut, I mean, that's another example, but also it's like that's not his most iconic, not his most famous, you know. This is this guy's most famous movie, at least in America. I feel like that's safe to say. I was gonna say this feels like on the topic of Spielberg, like very John Williams inspired in the score. I don't know if other people felt that way. I mean, obviously they're using a lot of like other classical music, but like the score for the most part reads like an Indiana Jones film. There's even like one beat in here. There's one tune that sounds straight out of fucking Star Wars. Like it's really, that was a really kind of unexpected part of this. The tone reads like a kind of family friendly adventure film for the most part. But what's on screen is like just this really kind of blunt violence. Just like kids getting like arrows in the head and shit. It's like, it was a very tonally interesting film. That again took me a second to like warm up to. Is Battle Royale not for everyone? I don't know. I think it is kind of for, I mean, you know, like, I don't know if everyone would, I mean, it's very violent. And so when that question, I always like think about like my family and like people who don't care about film at all. I don't know if they would really vibe with this, but I would recommend it over a handful of other. It's not an art house film. It's kind of a crowd pleaser. Yeah, it's a bit of a crowd pleaser. I mean, what, are they not supposed to die? That's the whole film, is that people are going to die. Yeah, I realize I kind of confused people with the Battle Royale in the title. I sat here for a while trying to figure out how to title this stream because I was like, that's going to be confusing. If it did not have subtitles, it would be a great movie for grandma. Yeah, absolutely. You just have to play Fortnite. I'm not going to play Fortnite today. I'll be honest. I'll get that out there. I'll come clean. I'm not going to play Fortnite today. I'm sorry. I'll play Battle Royale in Cine 2 Nerdle. Or Battle Royale in GeoGuessr. Battle Royale or Divergent? Get real, man. No one ever needs to bring up Divergent ever again. Reported. Damn. What would you do in that situation? I would probably find a way to kill myself. Real talk. I would not want to be in this situation. I would go hide somewhere and die peacefully if I was in this situation, which I don't think is ever going to happen to me. But yeah, it would suck. I wouldn't want to kill my classmates. That sounds like a bad time. We should watch all 3 movies. Yeah, so like that's the thing, is these have sparked several sequels. Is there a third one? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know if that's what you're talking about. This does have a sequel though, and it apparently sucks. I don't know what you're actually. There's not a third one though. Take a nap? Oh, you're talking about Divergent. No, man. I said we're done talking about those movies. I actually can't believe I've watched all 3 of those films for that stupid Ansel Elgort video. That was a tremendous waste of time. What are your thoughts on Lisa Kudrow? Is that She's from Friends, right? Who's Lisa Kudrow? Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about her. She was good in Friends, yeah. I'm not familiar with her work outside of that, except for the Boss Baby, I guess. And didn't she do? She was in that one movie, Clock Watchers, yeah, which I thought was kind of boring, but I have watched all three. I had to. First one was like bad, and then the second and third are like completely pointless and like shouldn't even exist in the first place. Thoughts on The Black Phone? Still haven't seen it. Best Timothy Chalamet movie? I mean, his best performance is probably Bones and All, to be quite honest. His best movie is probably Dune Part 2. I heard Black Phone 2 is going to be good, yeah. Anyway, I've about wrapped up what I had to say about Battle Royale. I really enjoyed it, though. I mean, if you can't tell, I'm not crazy about it. It's one of those that's more interesting to like kind of zoom out and look at from afar than it is to watch, because it kind of feels like it's, I don't know, for a large part of it is a bit repetitive. It's not as, I saw someone in here say it was predictable. It's not as predictable as The Long Walk. I feel like the ending of this film is kind of like throws you for a loop a bit, and I don't know, I wouldn't call it completely predictable. But yeah, it's a really interesting movie, and you know, I think even though it does have like its dedicated fan base and people love this thing, I would say I'm surprised it doesn't come up more often for its influence on action films and certainly this genre of like teen dystopian cinema. Yeah. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I know I was trying to make this a horror movie when I made the poll last week, and there's like multiple moments in this movie where I'm like, okay, this gets a pass as a horror film because this is really disturbing and gory. Not gory, but like bloody. But I truthfully don't think I can call this a horror movie. Call it a banned film, but make a PTA ranking on Letterboxd. Man, I did a PTA ranking like years ago on YouTube. You can just skip through the video if you want. It's not much different, except one battle is probably in the top tier. I don't know if it's number one though. Can you tell me why you love The Dark Crystal so much? I liked it, but it was clearly strange, or certainly strange. I think that's why I liked it so much. It was very bizarre and just kept constantly surprising me and looked just gorgeous. I mean, felt like I truly, like, I think seeing puppet work get taken to that level, you know, to that extreme, and for it to never kind of, like, even in, like, Labyrinth, he kind of comes back down to earth a bit. But The Dark Crystal really feels like it exists in just a completely different universe. Like, the idea of people being on set shooting that movie is something I can't wrap my head around. Labyrinth, probably a better, more compelling story, but, like, The Dark Crystal, I think, just as a piece of art is pretty, like, breathtaking. I just love shit like that. I really love The Dark Crystal. One of my favorite movie-going experiences too. Okay, I gave this movie a 4 out of 5. I initially gave it a 3.5 and bumped it up shortly after because the more I think about it, I just watched it this morning, so this is one of the freshest broadcasts I've had after a movie, but I'd imagine I'm only going to grow to love this more. I can see myself revisiting it sometime. I'm sure it's a lot more fun with people as like a group watch movie. I will give it that, like, more than any other. It's a teen movie that's never going to get old. Like, you don't grow out of Battle Royale. So I'm excited to revisit it someday. And yeah, are you excited for Pillion? I've seen Pillion. It's fantastic. It's one of the best of the year. One of the best of the year, for sure. Harmony Korine ranking. It's Gummo, The Beach Bum, Aggro Drift, Spring Breakers. I think that's all I've seen. Spring Breakers is not that good. On that note, I'm going to grab a snack. I'll be right back. Quick question. Is anyone here an expert in bugs? Because we have some interesting news. This is not something that I just discovered in the break, but yesterday I was hanging out in my office and in the corner saw a clump of dead winged termites. And I looked it up, and they said everything I saw was like, if they are dead and winged and in a concentrated area, that means that is the sign of a large infestation. And so that's a very fun thing going on in my life that I forgot about until just now. Got some pineapple chunks. Anyway, I don't know what to do about that. Everything I looked up, I mean, I had the landlord come and look. They don't know. They can't. They were like, we can't confirm this is a termite, and I'm like, well, I'm 90% sure this is a termite, so, we should have this checked out. And they're having pest control move. Man, can I just say this is like the fourth? I have never dealt with bugs in my life, and I grew up on a farm where there were fucking like we had mice and shit. But, like, I've never dealt with bugs. And in the last year, since moving to LA, I've had, like, 4 different bug panics. And I'm over it, man. I'm over it. How the fuck do you open these pineapples? Come home. So anyway, I have to figure out what that's all about. I feel like we're gonna end up getting tented. So if that happens and I'm not streaming that week, just know that's why. Because this whole room's gonna be fucking covered in poison and gas. And best farm movie? That's a good question. I've actually never thought of this. Best farm movie. What's wrong with whales? What scares you more, bugs or snakes? I mean, snakes. Stream from the tent. Oh, that's why I was going to say this. I was like, if this room... it's in this room. This is the room where the termites were found. I could show you one. I kept like 3 of them around for the pest control to see. But yeah, so if this floor just randomly caves in, that's why. Because apparently there's a large infestation of termites eating away at this room. And so, yeah. Don't you dare show us. I will not be showing you. Favorite sea animal? I love otters. I've never seen Animal Farm. Favorite farm movie? There's always Barnyard. It's a straight story. A straight story, hands down, man. That's the best one. That is a fantastic answer, yes. Fantastic answer. The Hannah Montana movie? Show the bugs. I'm not going to show the bugs. I mean, I would actually love to like get a second opinion on if this is a termite, but because it is a common thing to be like, is it a termite or is it winged ants? And longtime viewers of the stream will know that like a couple weeks ago, I had an ant problem. I did get the ant traps. It fixed it. But now I'm like, are these just like the dead ones that showed up and they're all winged? But like, the way I'm identifying it, it looks damn near exactly like a termite. Did you ask Reddit? I did not ask Reddit. The other night though, this was many weeks ago, I actually did ask Reddit. Because we saw one cockroach like many months ago. It was not the sign of a bigger problem. One just got in, but I freaked out. And I discovered the cockroach subreddit where they spend the most of their time identifying cockroaches for people. But a couple weeks ago, I was watching a movie and I saw a critter run across the floor, and I stopped it and I didn't know what the fuck it was. And I put it on r/cockroaches and I was like, is this a cockroach? And within minutes, the guy was like, buddy, that's a moth. And so I'm too embarrassed to use the bug subreddits again because I was way off. But yeah, so I should probably identify this. I'm pretty sure it's a termite, though. I'm 90% sure it's a termite. Babe 2 Pig in the City, also a very good farm movie. That'll do, pig. You're new to the game? What do you mean? To bugs? I really am, man. I'm not good with bugs. I don't post on subreddits. I'm not that guy. But I've been using Reddit a lot more in light of Twitter being basically unusable and horrible. I've turned to Reddit for my scrolling, and it's a different kind of bite over there, but it's definitely a lot cleaner. I definitely get more of what I want to see over there. I can watch bugs. Actually, so a few years ago, quick bug thing, I did see, I went to the Steppenwolf Theater in Chicago and saw a production of Bug with, what's her name? Carrie Coon? Yeah, Carrie Coon. The Tracy Let's Play. I saw a production of it in Chicago with, she was the lead, and it was the play Bug. And there's a lot of, them on stage being like this and like thinking the house is full of bugs, and watching that like live in a theater and seeing the actors on stage like react as though they have like bugs all over them. I was like in my seat like, fuck, like it was a really unenjoyable experience. I mean, it was a fantastic play, but yeah, no, that was crazy. I'm horrified by centipedes. Oh, I have a crazy movie for you. Imagine the centipedes, but it's I still haven't. Yeah, I know. I need to see the William Friedkin adaptation. I think it's the same thing. Sinner's Best Picture? No. I think it's going to be One Battle. Yeah, we're done talking about bugs. We're done talking about bugs. I'm sorry. Scared away half the viewers. What's your favorite play? You're about to get an answer that's the equivalent of like when you ask a coworker their favorite movie. Like dude, it might be Bug. That's the only play I've seen. I don't know. I don't see plays that often. I would love to. I every time I go see a play or a musical, I have a good time. I really enjoy it. But even in Chicago, I probably should have done it more because it's a more active scene. But like, I don't know where to start. I don't know. I don't go to them that often. I was never like a Broadway kid. I didn't do any of that. Best director? I don't know that answer. That's a more of a toss-up. I think it's going to be a PTA sweep, if I'm going to be honest. I think he's going to get best director. The feeling in the air is that they're going to celebrate his career a bit this year. Like the opportunity's there. I feel like it's going to be a best director, best picture situation. It's okay not to be a theater kid? I thought you were going to say it's okay to be a theater kid. I'm like, oh no, it's fine not being a theater kid. I was saying though, like I didn't do well first. Well, this wasn't actually by choice. When I was in high school, I really wanted to be in the musical, and I auditioned for Hairspray. And I feel like I don't know if I had told this story before, but I auditioned for Hairspray, and it was a really tough one to get into. Everyone wanted to be in it. And I went in to do my audition in front of everybody, and I chose Let It Be, but I didn't rehearse or like practice at all beforehand. And I realized when I was up there that I didn't know the lyrics, and I don't know why she made me do this, but she like wouldn't let me stop. And so I just repeated Let It Be for like 2 minutes. And I was just like, it was humiliating. And the worst part is I didn't get the part. I was cut. I was like, so I just embarrassed myself in front of like 70 students for nothing. And so I didn't audition for a long time after that. And then I came back senior year and auditioned for Les Mis. And I did some stupid fucking ukulele song. I brought out my ukulele and did something on there. And I got the part. I felt more comfortable with my ukulele. I didn't feel as naked up there. And I managed to get the part of Sentry Number 1 in Les Mis. And they gave me, I kid you not, they gave me the one non-singing line. The whole damn thing is people singing. And then Karsten got one line in the movie, the musical, and it was a shouting line. It was me just fucking screaming. I remember it. It was a platoon of sappers advancing towards the barricade. That's what I would scream. And that was, and I had a really great time on the musical, man. I realized during that experience that I like loved being in the theater, but it was too late because that was my last quarter of senior year. And so I had to like go off and not do another production ever again. And then I told my parents, I was like, when I go to film school, I'm going to like look into the theater program and I'm going to join a play. And they're like, they're not going to let you in. And they were right. I auditioned for the improv team and I got cut. And that was the extent of it. Do a ranking of all the Oscar picture winners. I do one day want to do that. I want to go back in time and like, because obviously I did this century, but now I want to go back and look at the rest of them. Do you still play the ukulele? I could if I wanted to. I don't have the ukulele on me. It's the easiest fucking instrument to learn. It is the easiest shit to learn in the world. I think I did, and this is a can of worms that we do not need to unpack, but I think I did a rendition of Can't Stop Falling in Love with You, the Elvis song, which I only knew because of a certain band that covered it, and I am not going to say that band because that is going to reveal a certain fandom that I was a part of in high school that I am embarrassed about. So we're going to drop that. every Best Actress winner. That'd be fun. I would love to go back at the Best Actor, Best Actress winners. That stuff is good. We know. Yeah, that's all right. Thoughts on Blue? Blur? I was like, are you asking me about the Derek Jarman film? I've actually been getting more into Blur recently. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a Blur fan, but I have been getting more into Blur. It was not Panic at the Disco. Worst Best Actor winner? I think it's... And I haven't actually seen the film. I don't know what maybe his performance is outstanding. I'm saying this based on who else was up that year. Eddie Redmayne is a bad win. That's a bad win. Rami Malek, that's not even that, like, obviously not my first choice, but like, who was up that year? Rami Malek, Christian Bale in Vice, Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born, Willem Dafoe in At Eternity's Gate, and Viggo Mortensen in Green Book. It wasn't like the most stacked cast. Obviously, Willem Dafoe should have gotten it. I would have been happy with Bradley Cooper getting it. It makes sense. It makes sense. The Eddie Redmayne win makes no sense. Worst Best Actress? Let me look it up. I actually, like, in the recent years, like, I haven't even seen a lot of the Best Actress movies. Like, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, I never saw that. I never saw Judy. The worst one. I don't disagree with a lot of these. Brie Larson is great in Room. Emma Stone's amazing in La La Land. Frances McDormand. Olivia Colman, that was, like, the best. Who was up 2020 against Renee Zellweger? Because that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. I love women. So there is no worst Best Actress winner. A woman is winning. Can we just celebrate that? I've never done the Name 100 Women challenge. I've always wanted to. Enterprise, thank you for this channel membership. Appreciate it. That reminds me. Let's check in on the poll. The poll for next week. Woo! Oh, this is huge, actually. This is huge. Pulse is at 24%. Blade is at 14%. The others, 5%. Let the Right One In, 57%. It's damn near a sweep. That's crazy. I'm excited because I'm actually going to get to see this one in theaters. It's all lined up for perfection. And so we're going to do the let the Right One In. Well, it hasn't been decided yet, but I mean, it's out in front. That's exciting. I didn't know what was going to happen. People go hard for that movie. I've never seen it. I've heard really good things about it, though. Worst Best Picture besides Crash? I mean, Shakespeare in Love, I haven't seen it, but that's another one of, like, for that year, really? Yeah, Green Book's not very good, but it makes sense. Dances with Wolves. Didn't that beat Parasite? I haven't seen Dances with Wolves, so I can't speak on it. Did I misspeak? Did I say Parasite or Goodfellas just now? I read Parasite. And was kind of shocked by someone answering that as the worst Best Picture winner. I did say Parasite. Okay. That's what I thought. I was like, wait. I'm like, pretty sure I just misspoke. I meant to say Goodfellas. Okay. This is how you guys find out that I'm AI this entire time. Yeah, Dances with Wolves cannot be stopped. It's still winning. Okay, I say we play a little bit of I'm between GeoGuessr and Cine2Nerdle. I know what the chat wants to watch, but I've been a GeoGuessr guy, as you guys know. I might take a break from Cine2Nerdle and play GeoGuessr this week. Because I've just been enjoying it, man. Do you fuck with Star Trek? I can't really say I'm like that familiar. I've never really been into it, but I don't have anything against it. One second. Do movie-related games? No, see, so the thing about Cine2Nerdle, or no, the thing about GeoGuessr, I should say, is I can talk while playing GeoGuessr. We can keep the party going. But when it comes to Cine2Nerdle, I can't think of anything else. I'm like, everything is on the game. And I also just love it. It's the best game ever. Second. I would watch you play Yote. I've been playing a little bit of it. I did turn on the mode that gives you the lo-fi hip-hop sound, which is amazing. I really love it. Let's see how we did this week. We're still in gold 2. We're not doing very hot. We are not doing very hot. I don't know if GeoGuessr still costs money to play. I'm going to do no move. And if you're not familiar with GeoGuessr, I don't know what to tell you. You're just trying to figure out where you are in the world using Google Street View. Favorite A Tribe Called Quest song. I am a huge, this is the lamest answer, but I'm a huge Ham and Eggs enjoyer. Ham and Eggs was like the first one where I was like, this is my kind of music. I was like, this is happy music that makes me happy. Okay, Rada Road. It looks like, I'm going to say somewhere in Ontario. It was, oh my God. This guy's a freak. Scenario's amazing, yeah. Anything off Low End Theory is I think pretty much flawless. I mean, there's too many. It's like what it depends on what kind of day I'm having. Yes, rest in peace, D'Angelo. That's that caught me by surprise this morning. I really that was super out of the blue, and just plain upsetting, man. Oh man, I don't know what this is gonna be. I'm going Brazil. Why did I go Brazil? I almost went Africa, so okay, I gotta lock in a little bit. Favorite female singer? I'm a huge Rosalia head. What's Cineline? Is that the one where you're trying to get from one movie to another? Thoughts on Oliver Tree? Is he, remind me, is he the one with the bowl cut? I'm not a huge, damn, it was Mexico. I can't say I'm a huge fan, if I'm going to be honest. Is your avatar wearing no pants because it's party, or am I wrong? I just keep forgetting to give him pants, is the honest answer. Oh, this is this is such a specific part of the world. I want to say it's northern Kazakhstan. I could be wrong. I think it might be. Thoughts on Benson Boom doing a flip? Is he still doing it? The bit's old. Favorite documentary about filmmaking or the making of a film? It was Kazakhstan, but I was all out of whack. I haven't seen The Greats. Like, there's somewhere it's like I would. That's probably it, but I haven't actually seen it. Like Burden of Dreams, the Werner Herzog one, looks incredible. What the fuck is this? But I can't really say. I mean, off the top of my, why off the top of the dome am I thinking about that Jim Carrey one? But that's not the answer. That's not the answer. Oh, fucking hell. I'm gonna go Southern Ukraine, man. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, man. We can come back. Did you like Brokeback Mountain? I loved it. I really did. I thought it was really, really dark and sad. I mean, yeah, really, really upsetting. Norris Point. What's Norris Point again? I mean, I'll go up here. Whatever. John, you gotta shapen up, man. Give it a rewatch. I'm telling you. That one makes no sense to me. Like, before trilogy, I know we've gotten into it. I'm like, I can't really defend that one properly. But Brokeback Mountain, I don't get. That's just an easy win. Except for the fellas in the movie, but Ethan Hawke ranking one. That'd be pretty interesting. He's got a deep filmography. Pro trans, I know that's right. I'm gonna go Manchester, or I'm gonna go like Stoke-on-Trent. I don't know. Coker trilogy or Cornetto trilogy? I haven't finished either. I have only seen one film in the Coker trilogy, and it's like one of my favorite films of all time. And the Cornetto trilogy is obviously fantastic, but I haven't seen The World's End. I feel like I have to say Cornetto trilogy because I've seen more. Yuval, thank you for the super chat. Watch No Other Choice today was awesome. I'm so glad you liked it. It is fantastic. It's a banger. One of the most entertaining movies of the year for sure. One of the most inventive movies, or some of the most inventive direction, I should say. Where are we? Have you seen Black Phone 1? No, I have not. Best cinematography of the 2020s? I'm a huge Spencer head. But I think I love the way Oppenheimer looks. Damn, man, where are we? I think my honest answer is Spencer. That's the one I can't shut up about, and one that I'm always referencing, and I feel better about Australia. I'm gonna be so off. Nope. That's huge. That's massive. I genuinely think Brokeback not winning was because of Midnight Cowboy controversy, even though that was way back. What? So, really? I mean, I'd imagine it was controversial, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, people are just like, I mean, yes, there are some people who don't want to see that because it was a pretty undeniable movie, and some people are just pretty homophobic. But Oh, I don't know, man. That was not a good guess at all. That was... I'm locked all the way out. Worst films of the year. I did not like the Minecraft movie. I think that's probably it. I also really didn't like Opus. Opus is pretty bad. Him is pretty bad. But yeah. Superman is not one of the worst films of the year. I haven't seen Snow White. I don't have a favorite tongue twister. Recently though, I remember for fun, I looked up the Fox and Socks tongue twisters online to see like how I do as an adult. Shit's not any easier. It's still tough. Tres tristes tigres. That's a walk in the park. Tres tristes tigres. Three sad tigers. What? Oh my god, I thought I cooked. A+ water and ice. Gap. Guam! It's Guam. Where's Guam again? Guam is like... Oh my god, where's Guam? That was a miracle that I found it. Let's hope they don't see it. Having any desire to dive deeper into Hitchcock? Always. Oh man, we got this one in the bag! They thought it was Florida. Woo! Huge. Yes, I'm always trying to watch more Hitchcock. His filmography is deep too. I mean, he's got so many movies. Like I've been wanting to watch more Hitchcock since I discovered him, basically. Have you seen Friday the 13th? No, I actually haven't. Karsten, did you look at my top 4 and decide not to use it? There's a chance. I looked at a lot of top 4s. I just, that was, when I make those videos, especially that one, because that was a very, a lot of people reached out. I think I had 3,000 something submissions. I would just like, I mean, I'm sure I didn't get to everybody, but every time I had some downtime, like instead of like going on like social media, I would just browse through them. And then I would like screenshots the one that I thought were interesting. And then even after that, some of them I was like, well, this is not, you have to understand, I really have like nothing to say about a lot of people, like, and it's not anything bad, but I was going to say that in the video. So like, I was like, if you didn't get roasted, that just means your profile was too uninteresting. And that's one giant roast for all those people. But I did not say that. Do you have something going on tomorrow and that's why you're streaming today? Correct. I don't know where the fuck we are right now. It's Europe, but I'm going to say Luxembourg because of the stop sign. Please be Luxembourg. It was Italy. Favorite soccer team, Karst? I don't know. I don't really pay attention. And so I'm not going to sit here and bullshit. I have been... Hey, did anyone watch the Dodgers game last night? That was crazy. I have a bit more in the game here. I know that like... Well, first of all, I was rooting for the Cubs against the Brewers for obvious reasons. And now I'm rooting for LA even more against the Brewers because I'm a strong anti-Wisconsin guy. And I'm also living in LA, so I'm rooting for the Dodgers. And that was a game. That was a crazy game. I don't know, man. But, like, I understand it's probably exciting for Wisconsin. Aren't Minnesota and Wisconsin basically the same? Yeah, but Minnesota is slightly better at basically every single thing Wisconsin's good at. Except for spotted cow. That's the one thing Wisconsin has over us. We have better lakes. We have better forests. Better food. Better people. Better musicians. Better filmmakers. Wisconsin has Willem Dafoe. Who else? That's the one thing they got over us. I think this is. I could be way off here. I'm pretty sure it's Germany. They got Red Letter Media. That's true. Their cheese is pretty good, but also like they're so close that we end up getting their cheese most of the time. So we might be getting it from Wisconsin, but we have it. That was bad. I should have gone Finland. Actually, no, I shouldn't have. I would have been more off. Favorite Aki Kaurismäki? I'll be honest, I really liked the Match Factory girl. I think the only one I've like truly given the full 5 to though is Fallen Leaves. Fallen Leaves is pretty great. I really liked it. But the Match Factory girl is good too. You should do a chess stream. I'm just winging it every time I play chess. You got to understand. I'm not really like in it like that. I don't know moves. I don't know the names of these moves. I don't. I'm just winging it. Elizabeth, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Car. What'd I miss? We did a Oscar predictions earlier. If you want to rewind that back, we talked a little about After the Hunt. Talked a little about Is This Thing On? Talked a little bit about Battle Royale, this week's movie. And I talked about my recent termite infestation that I keep forgetting about and remembering. Would you watch a chess movie? Absolutely. Hey, man, I'm out here like I have no script. I have no story, but I keep like soft pitching a billiards movie to like everyone I know. And I'm like, don't you think we need a new billiards movie? And everyone's like, yawn. And I'm like, no. You're wrong. And so I can't speak on chess as boring because I'm out here trying to pitch billiards. And I think anything can be interesting as a movie. What the fuck is this? Give it 5 years. When you guys see my billiards movie come out, just know you were some of the first to hear about it. But it's coming, man. And it's going to be the next step in the Hustler Color of Money story, where Tom Cruise is going to be the old guy. And then we're going to have like, man, I don't know, Lewis Pullman as an up-and-comer in the pool scene. Going to Australia. These are things I think about all the time. Fuck. I'm going to get that billiards movie made, though, if it's the last thing I do. Tom Cruise teaching Noah at Neo. Yeah, let's throw out some names. Who could be the next? Who is like the young Tom Cruise equivalent of today? Lewis Pullman was bold, but I think Lewis Pullman is fantastic, and I'd love to see him in a big role. Ah, man. I know everyone says Glenn Powell. You're throwing out Ice Cube. I don't I don't know. Finn Wolfhard. Oh my God, Cooper Hoffman. No, Paul Mescal's not. He doesn't have that energy. Timothy doesn't. Timothy, yes, he does have that energy, but he's too far. He's already doing ping pong. He can't do billiards. Tom Hanks? What is wrong with you? That is just not the answer to this question. Damn, this place is beautiful. I want to say Sweden, though. I kind of deep down think Switzerland, but I'm going to go with my gut. A young dude, an old Werner Herzog playing a young guy. Best Swedish movie. Autumn Sonata comes to mind. I mean, we might just have a new one with Let the Right One In next week. That's a Swedish film, right? Oh, man. I can't tell if this is... I'm going up here. This little nook of India. I feel really good about this. Best movie? What a question. It's probably Nashville by Robert Altman. It's not Siberia. If it's Siberia, I'm going to be so mad. I'm about to crash out. Watch this. Oh, motherfucker. God damn it. What? I was so sure. I let the dust get to me. The dust meta failed me. We're both pantsless. Look at us. Okay, let's play a little Cine 2 Nerdle. One second. Seems only right to do a battle royale. I think you're right, honestly. It is kind of the right thing to do. I'm going to do my puzzles first. 1 second. What? There we go. Nope. What's going on? There we go. Let's start with the burgle, as always. We have escape, flower, island, made, memory, photographer, rabbit, snake, woods. I gotta put my ad blocker on, man. This is crazy. Escape, flower, island, made, memory, photographer, rabbit, snake, woods. Made, snake, rabbit, flower, island. I'm thinking hoodwinked. That did pretty good. Made, memory, photographer, snake, flower. Oh. Memory. No, Minority Report wouldn't be a good guess, would it? Because, dude, Memento, man. Memento. What? I thought I was going to cook with that one. Made, flower, island, snake. Flower, I don't know why I keep thinking Kung Fu Panda. we would probably get Snake and Flower. And maybe Island. Isn't he on like a prison island? There's not a maid in that one. I'm going to say Kung Fu Panda. There's a... Oh, my God. Flower Island maid. Daddy Nolan? What did Nolan do? I mean, I'm thinking Castaway. There might be a flower there. Definitely not a maid. Oh my God. Okay, flower and maid. Flower and maid. Nanny McPhee? Flower. Shrek. That's not strong enough. Flower. Flower. What's a movie with a flower? Horton Hears a Who? There we go. Jesus Christ. What was the big one? Blink Twice was the big one. The Others, The Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast, Swiss Army Man, King Kong. Damn. 1 second. Let me switch to my my Google browser instead of this, because the damn ads are crazy. Okay. We're back. Okay, let's do the original. I'm not switching to something sus. Just a browser that has my ad blocker on it. Jack Black is a voice actor. Angelina Jolie seduces the protagonist. Jackie Chan is a martial arts master. Robert Zemeckis directs. Tommy Lee Jones listens to Elvis. Anthony Hopkins is CGI animated. Robert De Niro threatens violence. Peter Boyle is a wizard. Dustin Hoffman is a trainer. Will Smith gets a new job. Ian McShane is looking for revenge. David Cross hates bugs. Jodie Foster is a child. Vincent D'Onofrio is a hostile alien. Robin Wright is a 6th century queen. Albert Brooks gets frustrated. Okay. I don't even know where to start. Robert Zemeckis directs with Robert De Niro threatens violence. Tommy Lee Jones listens to Elvis. Okay. Will Smith gets a new job. Tommy Lee Jones listens to Elvis. David Cross hates bugs. And not Jack Black. Dustin Hoffman. No. Jodie Foster is a child. There we go. Okay. Robert Zemeckis directs, and I'm going to say Anthony Hopkins is probably CGI animated. Angelina Jolie seduces the protagonist. I don't know what movie we're talking about here, but I'm going to also look at Dustin Hoffman is a trainer. Jodie Foster is a child. Robin Wright is a 6th century queen. That was a complete guess. I'll say it. Peter Boyle is a wizard. Albert Brooks gets frustrated. And then I'm going to put Albert Brooks up with the wizard. And then I'm going to put Albert Brooks gets frustrated. Wait. Jackie Chan is a martial arts master. Jack Black is a voice actor. And then Angelina Jolie seduces the protagonist. And then Tommy Lee Jones, David Cross hates bugs. What is going on? Wait. Um, wait. What did I just do? Jared Smith, thank you for the channel membership. Appreciate it. I'm so confused. Dustin Hoffman is a trainer. I see it. But wait, is this this is the green you're saying? What the fuck just happened? Move this here and then move these here. And then I didn't get the green one. What just happened? I was so confused. Shark Tale. Oh my god. Did anyone see Shark Tale? I don't see a single Shark Tale in the chat. I'm not alone here. Kung Fu Panda, Men in Black, Taxi Driver, Beowulf, and Shark Tale. I can't believe I completely forgot about Taxi Driver. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I'm going to do the reversal. Why are these already here? Black Hawk Down, Kingdom of Heaven, Inside Man, Chappie. Why did I say it like that? Chappie, Sin City, Hotel Mumbai, The Green Knight, Air, Children of Men, King Arthur, The Last Airbender, Interstellar, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, The Last Duel, Ford v Ferrari, and Gran Turismo. I'm seeing the Last Duel, Ford v Ferrari. I'm seeing... Okay, no. I'm seeing Ford v Ferrari and Gran Turismo. And... Black Hawk Down, Inside Man, Chappie, Air, The Last Duel, Ford v Ferrari, and what's the last thing with Matt Damon? He was King Arthur? No. What was he in? He was in Inside Man? I haven't... Was he in Sin City? No, he was in Black Hawk Down. Nope. What was he in? I don't know Matt Damon that well. It had to be Sin City. No? What is happening? Kingdom of Heaven? Oh my god, I forgot. I completely forgot. I was thinking about Matthew McConaughey. Oh my god, man. I just watched this movie. I completely forgot. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We have 7 swaps left. Inside Man, King Arthur, Sin City. I don't know what this could be. Pirates of the Caribbean. Children of Men. The Last Airbender? What would The Last Airbender... Oh? Chappie? That's Dev Patel. I thought he was in The Last Airbender. Okay, and then these are Orlando Bloom and Clive Owen. Okay. And then the link between them all... Oh, let's see here. We got Interstellar. I'm thinking revolutionary VFX, right? No. They're not on my wavelength with that one. Oh, man. Remakes of cartoons? I don't know. Night movies is a night. Oh, you're so right. Oh my god. Holy shit, that was rough. 1 star. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Okay, you know what? To celebrate Battle Royale, I think we'll do some Battle Royale. These never end well for me, but we're going to do it anyway. The way this works, Battle Royale, you basically... I mean, I've never actually had to explain it. We'll do the daily random, 12 players. We'll do 15 seconds. Keep all the default lifelines. You guys tend to find it anyway, so I don't have to worry too much about this. But I could be washed if we don't fill up fast. Oh my god. It's over. It's over. See, this is why we don't do Battle Royale, man. Yikes. I mean, to be fair, I started it pretty abrupt. Unbelievably washed. Washed in ways that I didn't even know were possible. This is crazy. So washed. We have to start the game. We have to get off this screen. We have to get off this screen. If you didn't make it, you didn't make it. I'm sorry, but we couldn't sit there any longer. I couldn't do it. You'll figure it out next round. Okay, Django Unchained. I'm going to hit you with big eyes. Let's end the stream. This is too embarrassing. Dog. I can't do this. Ray. I think we'll be just fine. I mean, this is a pretty tight group. I mean, I have the chance at winning for once. Jamie Foxx. Let's open this wide open. If you don't win, there's a good chance I don't win. These are, you know, there's not many of us, but it's 5 very dedicated players who wanted to play this. And so, odds are I'm not going to win. Cameron Diaz. Back to the Future. I mean, I'll take you somewhere weird. I've just now put it together. I'm probably not going to win. The way these battle royales work, it's not in my favor. I need a lot of tools to win these games. What the fuck is this? The Oogie Loves in the Big Balloon Adventure? Is there a second Oogie Loves? Skipping the fuck out of that, man. I'm not going anywhere. There's no way I'm going anywhere with that. I guess I could have played that. Oh, this is... Did we play it already? Okay, well. This is the end of me. I don't know these movies. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. I'll take it offenses. Opened it wide up. Favorite SpongeBob episode? I got some videos all about them. I love the Squidville episode, genuinely. I think it's one of the best episodes of the whole show. Fences. You're trying to psych me out here. Don't ever ask me a question again. I'm kidding. Yeah, I like Squidville. The Piano Lesson. What is this, dude? I've never seen this. Who was in the cast? Oh, no, man. Don't do this to me. I don't know. Paul Elliott. That rings a bell. August Wilson. I'm skipping. No, you can ask me questions. You can ask me questions, but Alien 3. Okay, now we're in my ballpark. So far, no one's been eliminated. We're still going strong. More exhilarating than the film today. The girl with the dragon tattoo. Let's go to some uncomfortable places. I have a path. I know what I'm doing. I'll hit you with a priority on this one. Will you watch Tron Airs? I'm probably going to have to because, I mean, I am interested in seeing it, but I'm also probably going to have to because I'm assuming it's going to get nominated for Best Score or Best VFX, and that will play into my, there we go. Get in there. Smody, I don't know what you're playing. God damn it, man. What are you playing? What are you playing? I'll fight this. I will fight this. Come on. Go there. Fuck you, man. That's what you went with? That opens things wide up. I had a whole play. I was going to take everyone down. Just scared of whatever you're trying to do. I know, I need to shut the fuck up, probably. I shouldn't have actually said anything. Oh! This is actually crazy. Oh my god, what's it called? Oh. Oh my god. Please pick me. Of course you didn't pick me. That's fine. Oh. Come on. I don't know how I would have gotten out of the one that I just played, actually. Ooh, this is gonna get very interesting. I might fuck everyone up with this one. Karsten, I can see ahead of time. I know. Well, you guys also have the advantage. You can see my screens and... There we go. I'm fucking getting rid of my screen for this one. You guys don't get to see what I'm going to play. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. There we go. Oh, only two people? Only two people? Okay. Well. Damn, dude. Karsten Yep losing to a connection with a Karsten person in the cast or crew. Okay. Let's see. Only two remaining? What happened? Okay, I can actually do this. I can actually do this for once. Play dirty. I didn't see that coming. Let's keep it low key. Is it in? It's not in yet. It's okay. If you win, is it really valid? What are you talking about, man? I'm putting my all into this. Replicant. I don't like this. I don't like the priority. I'm out of priorities, so it's over for me. Oh, man. Nanny. What the hell is Nanny again? Oh Oh, you got me, man. You got me good. I don't know what this is. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's not a Nanny 2, is there? Oh, fuck. Damn it. Good game. Good game. Oh, my God. That pisses me off. That pisses me off. I came so close. Bro played the Nanny. All right, let's play again. Let's play again. Okay, yeah, it's open up. It's opened up for people to join. Are we washed? We're still washed. We're still washed. The silence. I can't take it. Please, somebody. Someone beat the chat before they start. Okay, there we go. All right, we're good, man. We're not washed. We're good. We're fine. We filled the lobby. We can fill arenas. Memento 2. Why did I say 2? Teacher making a joke type moment. I needed that thing to fill up. What are your GeoGuessr strategies? I mean, I'm just like winging it. I just go off pure vibes. I don't really know a lot of the strats. But I've played enough where it's like I can get decently far. Vox Lux. Interesting. No, what am I doing? We're already going to some crazy places here. Funny games. Hit you with a little bit of that. Thank you for using the emote pink reboot. Appreciate that. Yes, if you're a member, you get a little badge and you get access to the emotes and you're able to vote on the weekly movies. And you get access to member exclusive videos. I exist. Are you here? I exist. You suggested a great idea for a members only video that I would love to do, but I'm kind of considering making it a public video because it's such a good idea. But I wanted to run that by you. The piano teacher. What's it called? I mean, we'll just hit you with a little bit of that. The Castle. I don't know how I'm going to get out of the castle. I don't know what the castle is. I'm going to skip. I'm not going to waste a cast on that. That's a solid skip. Members first and then public. I like that idea. I'm still figuring out. I've obviously have never done memberships. I actually just watched a video by, I don't know if you guys know the YouTuber Ludwig, but he just did a video on why the membership thing is bad and why it's a broken system on YouTube. And so it was an interesting point, but I also think it affects channels that are a lot bigger, which this channel is not in the way that I think he was describing it. What the fuck are we doing? I can't think of any other Kafka adaptations. I'm getting bodied right now. I'm skipping again, dude. I'm skipping again. The Trial. Thank you, dog. That's the that's so funny. That's the okay. How do you spell that? I'm in. I made it. Okay, we're good. We're back. That worked. Dude is washed. Are you talking about me? I'm cooking right now. Yeah, the exclusive videos clogging up the recommended is crazy. I get that a lot with MKBHD's members only videos, and I'm like, I don't really want to watch this. What is this, man? I don't know what this is. Okay. We went to a place I wasn't prepared to go. I might be cooked. Oh my god. What was I supposed to do with that? Julia and Julia. I don't know ball, man. I don't know ball like that. Any plans on next members vid? Yeah, I'm gonna do the one that I just pitched, which is I'm gonna rank every 5-star movie on my Letterboxd. And I found a way to do it. I was like, that's a really big task, man. But I figured out a way to do it that's pretty fun and efficient. So that's gonna be fun. God damn it, good game. I could not get past Isadora. But well played. Guys, I think I'm gonna call it. We're just under 3 hours here. About to log off. How do I leave the game? But yeah, let's check in on next week's movie. Next week's official pick. And good luck to the rest of the players that are in that battle royale, by the way. But I didn't stand a chance. Next week's pick is officially Let the Right One In. It is going to be Let the Right One In with a 61%, which is one of the biggest wins I've seen since we started doing this. Pulse at 22%, Blade 13%, the others 4%. No one was trying to watch Nicole Kidman, I guess. So Let the Right One In next week. Let the Right One In. How do you watch it? Where can you watch it? At least in the US, you can watch it on Prime, it looks like. It's free on Tubi. Shout out Tubi. Pluto TV. You'll find a way. Yeah, we'll be watching Let the Right One In next week. Classic Swedish horror film. On top of that, be on the lookout for my video on banned movies this week. It's a fun one, and I do give some disclaimers, some heads up for when I'm talking about some really fucked up things in it, because that is the nature of this video. But yeah, it's a fun one, and it's a really kind of fascinating deep dive, and it's worth watching. So I hope you enjoy that coming out this weekend. And I think that's going to be it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another fantastic broadcast. It has been a blessing. It's been a curse. I don't know. Thanks for being here, and I will see you guys. I almost forgot about the weekly box. I was like, this feels wrong. I was like, there's something else we're supposed to do. Let's do a quick weekly box. John, is there any chance you're here? Is there any chance John is here? If you're new here, by the way, we every week we do a weekly boxed, which is we pull up a random user's Letterboxd account from someone who joined the Discord, and we pull it up on stream and we roast it a little bit. When really it's a kind, we'll just cover the Letterboxd. You got it? Okay. Thank you. That was close. But thank you for not judging the white IKEA cabinet. We are so back. Yeah, man. 3 more hours of stream starting now. The longest weekly boxed ever. Oh my god. Okay, that's the name. Let's pull it up. CSBP0511, you've been chosen. Rolls off the tongue. Here we go. One second. Carlos. We got Carlos. I like to watch a lot of movies, if you couldn't tell by now. David Lynch profile picture, incredibly based. What is this flag? Is that... I don't know what that flag is. I'm not good at identifying flags, but it's cool. Carlos's profile picture, incredible header. Probably the best header someone could have. I'm going to steal that. That looks sick. Honestly, pretty appropriate for today's thumbnail. It looks exactly like the thumbnail for today's live stream. So it all came together. It's all full circle. You got 2,000 films logged. You were not lying. This is a real Letterboxd user. 244 this year, which is a lot of movies. Following 1,200 people. How do you even... You're just following everyone and anyone. I can't imagine the mess that your feed is. That's insane. Gotta respect it. You live and breathe this shit. I like the custom posters. You have some fun with them. They're not like the usual corny custom posters. You're making the most out of it. And you're still doing it down here. It's every poster for you. I will say you're one of those people that takes it a little too serious. And I'm not talking about movies because there's no such thing, but I'm talking about Letterboxd. You are very into this app. The screen time on this must go crazy. Let's look at the graph. I like looking at the graph. Let's check the half-star ratings. You got 36. That's a good amount. War of the Worlds. I kind of expected it to be here. Fairly Odd Parents movie. Ice Age. Jurassic World Dominion. Sausage Party. I'm with you on all these, man. I don't think there's anything here I fully disagree with. Was Scoob that bad? Scoob kind of came and went, didn't it? Oh my god, you're here! A rare instance of a user being able to see the roast. That's incredible. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. This never happens. Let's look at the 1 stars. The Good Dinosaur. I think The Good Dinosaur is overhated, in my opinion. I think people hate on it a little too much. I mean, I haven't seen it since it came out, so maybe it really is shit. Scoob is awful. Damn. Cats not going full half star is fascinating. I'm wondering, like, what held it back for you? Like, what was redeeming about Cats, you know? As far as, like, the actual top 4 goes, we have Mulholland Drive, All That Jazz, Do the Right Thing, and Y Tu Mama Tambien. Which, I mean, are, like, kind of undeniable. These are all 5 out of 5s in my book. So if you want me to say anything negative about this, you're not going to get it because I love all of these movies and would have the same top 4 on most days. But yeah, man, this is a good profile. This is a real-ass cinephile that we've come across here. We don't get that very often, I will say. We don't get this very often. So solid profile, Carlos. All right, that was the weekly boxed. If you want to be included in the next one, if you want a chance to be included in the next one, you should join the Discord. Rules and instructions on all that are over there. A lot of fun stuff happening on the Discord, by the way. I don't talk about it as much anymore, but I mean, it's pretty active, and I'm lurking in there. I'm lurking. So definitely check out the Discord if you want to keep the fun going. And yeah, I think I'm going to actually call it this time and figure out the termite situation. Okay, I love you guys so much, and